Warning, the video may include fast-moving pictures and flashing colors. Hello everybody, I know it's been a while, I'm not very good at writing scripts. Welcome back to making reference sheets for my OCs and telling you about their backstory. Today I will be talking about Iris's love interest, Skywing named FIREWORK. FIREWORK was born in the Sky Kingdom. His mother had angered the Queen at some point, who was vindictive and cruel just like Queen Scarlet. The Queen killed his mother in anger before he was hatched, and she had put FIREWORK's aunt, Pomegranate, in charge of the egg. This is why FIREWORK grew up thinking Pomegranate was his mother. Pomegranate took great care of him and named him FIREWORK for his outgoing personality. However, when FIREWORK was just 5 years old, the Queen took him away from Pomegranate to begin training to be a soldier, and he was deemed a soldier at 7. The Queen was always yelling at him and throwing chalices or jewelry at him if he made a simple mistake. He never knew why she was so focused on him. By the time he turned 10, he was already a general. This is when he found out that Pomegranate was his aunt and the Queen had killed his mother. He had noticed something about Pomegranate. She had frills on the side of her head, and her horns were shorter. She also had some odd markings, not those of a Skywing, those of a Rainwing. He confronted her about this, and Pomegranate admitted to being a hybrid, but she could pass as a Skywing for the most part. FIREWORK asked why he didn't have any Rainwing features and wouldn't believe the fact that it was a recessive gene, as Pomegranate kept trying to explain. Eventually, she was forced to tell him the truth. She was half-sister of his mother. The Queen killed her, and Pomegranate took him in. There was nothing he could do against the Queen. This was the only home he had, and he didn't want to risk giving it up for somebody he never met. It didn't really bother him that much anyway. About 2 years later, FIREWORK met Iris. He had spotted an odd-colored dragon out of the corner of his eye during a patrol, fighting with another Skywing guard. He'd run over to break up the fight and to capture the dragon for attacking. He pinned down the midnight blue Rainwing, and they took turns throwing snarky comments back and forth until the other guard knocked her unconscious. As the group was flying back to the palace with Iris in their claws, FIREWORK spotted 2 other dragons. A Seawing and a Sandwing peeking out from behind some trees and watching them carry Iris away. They were splitting up a family. FIREWORK hated that. Going against all common sense that night, FIREWORK freed Iris from her cell and helped her escape smoothly and quietly. However, somebody had seen him and reported him to the Queen. FIREWORK was stripped of his role as general and was to be executed, so he flew off to go into hiding. He ran into Iris again as he was trying to hunt. She invited him to come live with her and her friends as a thank you. However, the others did not agree with this nor like him very much. They assumed he was pretending. After a while, they warmed up to him. Quail and Finn began to tease Iris about liking FIREWORK, though she always quipped back with a sarcastic comment. FIREWORK, on the other hand, definitely loved her and openly showed it. He brought her gifts, he offered her prey, he got fruit for her, he cared for her, yet she never returned the favor. One night, Quail and Finn were asleep, and he talked to Iris, getting her to finally open up after he opened up about how he had a mate before, a copper Skywing named Hawk. They had had 2 dragonettes together, Falcon and Sparrowhawk. However, one day when he returned to his cave, he saw that they were gone, and he hadn't heard from them again. He blamed himself. He didn't try to keep the relationship going steady. He hadn't been a very good mate or father. Iris explained how she had put up walls, telling him how she didn't want to get attached to anyone in fear of losing them too, just like her parents. He knew the feeling. After that night, Iris didn't hide her feelings as much. Sure, she wouldn't admit to liking him, not in a million years. But she did things for FIREWORK too, such as comforting him when he thought back to his miserable life at the palace. FIREWORK finally found a home where he didn't have to worry about being judged, and this time, he wouldn't mess it up. So there we go, that's FIREWORK for you. I apologize if the stories don't line up, or if they're in an odd order. I'm not too good with these things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.